Hello everyone, my name is Chris Lane Jones, and today I'm going to show you how to increase the overall click-through rate on a website, which is important because if people aren't clicking and staying on your site, then your service or product is not selling good, and that's an issue. And also it cuts back on your SEO ranking. For a project I built this website here. And I was supposed to make this website, and I also made a PowerPoint just describing this click-through, and I just kind of redesigned it so it would be good for this YouTube video. And so I'm going to show you some of the key factors that I found. Well, I did research first. So I researched, just went and Googled, just got some ideas of websites I thought would have good click-through rate, or I just knew are obviously predominant websites. Like I found a website that said AdSense happen. I was like, I like that copywriting, so I got AdSense can happen. Now this is not to plagiarize, it's just to get some ideas. This is just for ideas. Like all this is original, and some of it's from the original site, that mock-up site that I was given. Also find optimization blogs I find is important. I found the site here, and I've been using it, and I used it a lot for this project I made. Also, it's helpful to have prior web knowledge to, have alt tags on your images so people can't see well. I can tell them what kind of image, what they're looking at. No keyword stuffing, which has been it should be pretty obvious now. If you keyword stuff, Google will push you down. And avoid spam tags, and what that is and I see this a lot. And so on a website, I use a CSS file to send actions to this HTML file to design it, even if it's just WordPress. So like for all the H1s, I style like this, and on the H2, it gets this font size and this font treatment. Well, this is the way to do it, because spam tags take up so much on your website. I mean, it's like every line will have something, and it takes the web browser forever to read, and it takes the customer's browser forever to load. And it's just not good work ethic, because if you, let's say these are all different colors and you had to get them all white. Well, if you had spam tags, you got to change each and every one. And you have 20 pages, man, you're going to be working all night and burning the midnight candle. Burning the candle, stick at both ends. Where if you just have the CSS file, you change and change the code, color code, and done. Voila, you're done. Leverage the rule of 3/3. Light photography, like videography, is also important in web design, to leverage the rule of thirds. As you can see, I followed that line where it has content here. You're trying to content here, content here, content here. Do the same thing. Obviously, I don't have the lines, but it basically does the same things. Now, mobile's a little bit harder to do sometimes, and obviously, I only had 2 nights to work on this project, so I didn't really get that done. I'm sorry, like this. Unfortunately, it would be hard to read this. Sorry about that. So I'll try to remember to move my screen there. I like this design, by the way. I got it from the Google slideshow. All right. So I don't get in the way here. I like this site, Website Tuts, and also researchers just found that if you use the F pattern, it's kind of how we kind of look. We'll go from here to here, here to here, and that's how we read the screen. And as you can see, I did the same thing, line here, line here. I had to move the logo because I wanted to show, this is more of a mock-up site, and I didn't want to show the logo. And see, F shape. So basically copy that. It's also a little bit tricky to do on mobile. I'm able to do it some with media queries. Obviously, I didn't really go into detail with that, to the fact I didn't the time frame. Colors are very important on a website. and it's important different fields in different colors, and the help field needs nice to have whites, blues, and greens are a good help field. Now if you're in construction, you might need yellow and black. Just different fields know different things. If you need to know what your field, good colors to use, you can go to this site here, Coolers, and you can just search in just different good color palettes for your website and of your industry. Like I just searched healthcare and I got some of these colors and changed them a little bit. I like this mint green. You may hate it. That's okay. You know, maybe we all have different tastes. So the colors are very important. Does it pass the 8-second rule? Now, I don't have a focus group behind me to tell me, because since I built the website, it's going to be harder. There it goes again. It's going to be harder for me to know if it passes the 8-second rule, because I've kind of already looked at the website. So, but my eyes tend to go here. Read this. I know this is not the best. I probably could have merged these two lines. But basically, I can read this pretty fast. Accidents can happen. My eyes kind of go here. Great massage therapy insurance. So I automatically know it's about insurance, probably for a massage therapist. So that's the whole idea. High quality images are good, and avoid using lifeless stock photos. Good night. I always see those, sometimes the same stock photos are really boring. Also, people have low quality images, which is also not good, and they look terrible on a website. And man, this thing, I tell you. So it's good. I think this is full of life. I think she looks like she could be in massage therapy. It's not necessarily like a medical gown or, you know, but it still looks like something a masseuse would wear. And she's happy. She's got her insurance now, and she's protected from, let's see. So use faces to increase familiarity. See, I have faces here. 1, 2, 3. Also, for a website, I think it's important for your company, show the people that work at your company. I see this all the time, and I talk to people, and they will say, especially agencies. Ad agencies are very good at showing like their photos and stuff, and they say so many people go and they look at the CEO and this person, and this salesperson, and this. I mean, put the photos on your site, just your company. It just gives a presence. It just gives people like faces, and it gives trust and an identity to your website. And last but not least, and probably most importantly, make it mobile friendly and check breakpoints. So this is how I do this. You can use a mobile phone and iPad and whatnot, which is really good if you want to get stuff to a fine-tuned look, which agencies have that too, where they have different tablets and sizes. But you could also hit Control-Shift-I, and that will bring up this thing called an inspector on Chrome, if you have Chrome. And so there's one in Firefox too. I don't know the shortcut to it because I generally use Chrome. But so you click this, and then you can see what it looks like in mobile and all the sizes. So this is mobile, small, medium, phablet, tablet. You start seeing the girl now. If I had more time, I'd probably put some color here, done something. Remember, I only had 2 nights. That's it, and that's how. Basically, I don't know anyone that searches their web on like a TV like this, but I need to probably fix the fonts here. Basically it, and I want to thank you for joining me. That was pretty much the gist of everything. And also I want to let you know that WordCamp is going to be here this Saturday. I'm very excited. It's going to be here in Jacksonville. There's events all over the country too, but May 20th and 21st, 2007. So that is when WordCamp is. There's also one in Asheville that's going to happen June 2nd. And then there's Nashville's going to have one. And they're all over the place. They're all in all kinds of cities, major metropolitan areas. So maybe you go online, just look and find out. But it's about $35, but it covers like 4 meals and snacks and a t-shirt. You see, I got last year's t-shirt, still good. It's good material. So it's still holding its threads together. So I hope to see you there. Thank you for joining me.